Hey everybody, welcome to week 9. I can't believe how fast it's going and we only have 6 weeks left. Pretty exciting. So the title of my slideshow or my presentation today is called Wide Awake and Fully Engaged. My 3 questions were, how do I help my students discover what they need to know? How do I help my students become engaged learners? And number 3, what can I do to be more fully awake and engaged in my own lifelong journey of learning? And I found this quote over here by Albert Hubbard: do your work with your whole heart and you will succeed. There's so little competition. And I think that quote goes along really well with what I'm trying to say tonight. I found a website and it had several ideas on how to help students be more engaged. I think the most important thing about trying to engage your students in learning is trying to help them get excited about learning, trying to help them find ways to learn and to get excited about acquiring more knowledge. But this website kind of gave some ideas that I really liked. I wanted to focus more on how I can personally be more engaged in my own learning, how I can live life fully awake. And I really liked the article that we read by Maxine Green. And these are just some things that I pulled from the article that I really liked, that stood out to me. And at the very bottom here on this slide, it says, if teachers are not critically conscious, if they are not awake to their own values and commitments and the conditions working upon them, if they are not personally engaged with their subject matter and with the world around, I do not see how they can initiate the young into critical questioning or the moral life. So it's really important that we ourselves are completely engaged in our own learning and being an example to the students, being excited about learning and continuing to grow ourselves. And last slide, I found a really great article or talk that was given by Paul H. Dunn a long time ago, entitled What is a Teacher? In fact, I think it was one of my other classes, one of my other instructors that brought this to our attention. And I've included the link because it's a really, really good talk. I would encourage you, if you have time, to read it. But in his talk, he says, a teacher is a prophet, an artist, a friend, a citizen, an interpreter, a builder, a culture bearer, a planner, a pioneer, a reformer, a believer. And I love that. And he goes through his talk and says a little bit about each of these things, and then also he brings into the talk about how Christ is the perfect teacher and we can learn so much about teaching from Christ. And at the end he says we are engaged in teaching people how to live. And I think that's probably the most important thing, is we aren't just teaching our students knowledge, but hopefully we're teaching them how to live. Thank you.